this. All right, we're ready to get started. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbos.
Glad to have you with us here. For those of you who are guests for our Bat Mitzvah, welcome. We're excited to have you. For those of you who are here for our religious school class Shabbat, it's great to welcome you back for this special service. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Rabbi Sela. This is Chazan Friedman. We're here to help you celebrate this wonderful day of Shabbat. And we're going to get started in our prayer books. It's either under your seat or under the seat in front of you. It's smaller of the red books that says Sidur Lev Shalem on it. And we start on page 10 with Yedid Nefesh. Page 10.
Yedid Nefesh Avarachman. Yedid Nefesh Avarachman. Meshochav Dach. Eretz Onach, Meshochav Dach, Yalalai, Eretz Onach, Yarutz Avdach, Kemo Ayah, Yishtachaveh Yalai, Yalalai, Mul Hadarach, Ki Eravlo, Yedidutah, Minofetsu Yalai, Yalalai, Vechol Tam.
To help us usher in Shabbat, it's my pleasure to welcome up our Bat Mitzvah Laila and her mom Sasha and Jamie and the Susans, both of you, to kind of come up and bless the Shabbat candles for us. And anyone else who Alex is going to point at.
Oh, you can come too. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm glad you can join us. Here you go. Let's go. Here you go. All right. Thank you. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you. You can go back to your seats. The rabbis call Shabbat oneg, and oneg means delight. Most people think oneg means cookies and cake, because that's what we call the refreshments after. We also call it oneg, but literally it means delight, and Shabbat is supposed to be a delight because it's a break from our work week, but it's also a chance to be together, to celebrate wonderful things like our Kita Bet students, like Laila. And Laila's going to come help us celebrate by helping lead our tefillot, leading our prayers tonight. So come back up, please, Miss Laila. And we're going to sing together page 11, Lechun Ranina.
Lehuneranena, 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 ladonai. Lehuneranena, 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 ladonai.
Naria, Naria, letzuri shenu, nekadma fana betoda. Naria, Naria, letzuri shenu, bizmirot Naria lo. Lechuneranena, 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 ladonai. Lechuneranena, 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 ladonai. I think Lila's feeling a little nervous. No? So just that means you need to smile bigger So when she looks out, she sees, there, isn't that nice? Now she's scared. She's like, where are all these smiling faces? We're going to turn ahead to page 14. Page 14 at the triangle, we sing together, Yismechu.
Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim. Yismechu hashamayim,
Hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz. Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim.
לך לך לקראת לקראתך בני בני שבת נקבלה לך לך דודי לקראת לקראתך בני בני שבת
Teaching it well. Say Yasher Koach or in Lila language and give her. Or you can say Yom Tov. We'll be seated and continue on page 27, the Psalm for Shabbat. For Shabbat.
שירי יום שבת טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון ולזמר לשמך עליון להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות עלי יסוד עלי נבר עלי היגיון ולא מצוות שירי יום שבת טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון ולזמר לשמך
Private. far because in about 3 minutes we can let you back up to come with us on the show. Continue now on pages 39A. Please rise if you're able. 39A or the bar.
Neta Bakodesh, no Razegino, oh Seifele, no Razegino, oh Seifele, Malkutecha, Ra'uvanecha, okay, Lifnei Moshe, Zeili Anu Liamru, Zeili Anu Liamru, Adonai Imu, Le'ulam Ra'im Elemar Kivadat Amrei Kavod, Lo Miat Chazakimim, Baruch Atah Adonai, God Yisrael. L'chaim u'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Elohim shalom v'had miteinu Shalom Sukkot Shlomecha Ukata V'nai Abore Sukkot Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Amo Yisrael V'al Shalayim. Shabbat, Vayina, Vash, Veshameru, Bnei Yisrael, Et HaShabbat, Lasot Et HaShabbat, Le'Dorotim.
for my students, but I'm also grateful for everybody in this community that helped me find my computer this week. Thank you.
Where was it?
In my classroom.
In your classroom, where it should be. Okay, fantastic. On the chair for days. Anyone else have something? You don't have to wait. You can even start a line here if you're feeling grateful.
Hi, my name is Lola, and I'm thankful for my family and friends.
That was very nice, Lola. That was great. Anyone else? Last chance? Going once? Going twice? Going thrice? All right. With all those good thoughts, we'll pray the Amidah privately. Please rise if you're able. If you want to use the Siddur, it's pages 47 to 52, the Hebrew or the English. Or if you want to just pray privately, some private meditations, you can do that for the next few minutes as well. If you're still praying the Amidah, please continue at your own pace. We're going to continue on page 54, Kaddish Shalem.
יתקרא שם מרבה, בעלמא דברה קירותה וימליא מלכות, בחי יכול וימחול, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה וזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן, יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמך תקודשה. בריך אלילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תמירן בעלמה, ויאמרו אמן. תתקבל שרוטון ובטון כל ישראל, קודם והונדי ושמיה, ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רב מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, ויעשה שלום. עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ויאמרו אמן.
Kinderlach, come forward. The story's for you, especially our Kita Bet students. And Bet Gimel, sorry, Kita Bet Gimel students. Come on down, Come on down.
can
It's
bring
like
a
The Price is
toy.
Right. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da.
Come on, Abe.
High five for being on time. You guys can come sit on the floor. This story's for you. You can come sit on the floor right here in the front. Grown-ups can listen to if they want. You can sit on the chair, yes, if you want. You guys are learning about what the Torah is. And some people can be a little bit afraid of learning Torah because it can be really scary. It can be intimidating. But it shouldn't be that hard. And I have 2 stories for you. Not 6 or 7, but 2 stories. Oh, someone's paying attention. 2 stories, 1 or 2 stories for you, about one of the greatest rabbis who ever studied Torah. His name was Rabbi Akiva, and he didn't learn how to read until he was, you want to guess how old?
15.
Older.
21.
Older.
52.
Close. 40. He was 40. He didn't learn how to read till he was 40. And the reason is his parents never taught him, and he was not sure if he could. And finally his wife was like, you should learn how to read, and you should study some Torah. And he said, I can't. He said, my head is like a rock. Nothing is going to go in there. I'm not going to be able to learn anything. And she said, you'll be able to learn if you just try. And he was a shepherd, and he was bringing his sheep to drink out of the river, and he watched some river water flowing over like a little waterfall onto a rock. And the water would plink onto the rock. You know how it plinks onto the rock? Doop, 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 just like that. Do you know what started happening to the rock? There started to be like a little dent in the rock. Not just while he was watching, but after all those, how many drops? Like doop, 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 doop. Constantly the water's dripping on the rock, and it started to carve out the rock. He said, I used to think that my head was as hard as a rock. But something soft like water can actually carve out a rock over time as long as it keeps what? Doop, right? Just keeps dripping. Doop, doop, doop. And eventually it can carve out a rock. So he said, you know what? Maybe my head, which feels like a rock, if I just study a little bit every day, I'll be able to learn something. So he decided to go to school. Now, how old are you guys? You're 8? 8. 8 and a half. 8 and a half, sorry. Anyone 8 3/4? Okay. Well, imagine if someone, I'm almost 40 myself. You can round up or down. So imagine if somebody almost as old as me showed up in your school. That'd be kind of silly, funny, right? And they didn't know how to read, and they were just learning the ABCs and the alphabets. So he went to school, and you know what all the kids did? They pointed at him. They laughed at him. They made fun of him. Do you think he wanted to go back the next day? No. He told his wife, he said, they made fun of me at school, and I don't want to go back. So his wife said, I have a solution for you. We have a donkey. Go get our donkey, and I want you to put some dirt on the back of the donkey, make a nice big pile of dirt, and here, take one of my flowers and put that flower in the back and on the dirt that's on the back of the donkey, and I want you to start walking this donkey through the marketplace. Exactly. You know what people started to do when they saw this guy walking a donkey that looked like it had a flower growing out of its back? They started laughing, and they started pointing. He came home, he's like, that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Now everybody in the marketplace is laughing at me. They're like, look at that guy with the donkey with the flower growing out of its back. Everyone's laughing at me. They laugh at me at school. They laugh at me in the market. This is ridiculous. She said, don't worry. I have a solution. Do it again the next day. So he walked the donkey through. And you know what people started to do? Well, a couple of them laughed, but most of the people were like, we saw that yesterday. That's not so funny anymore. And then she said, do it another day. And he walked through the market the 3rd day, and you know what? Nobody even turned around. Nobody even stopped to look. Nobody pointed. Nobody laughed. You know why? They already seen it twice. They're like, we've already seen the guy with the donkey with the flower growing out of its back. So she said, that's what it's going to be like at school. Maybe they'll make fun of you the first day, maybe the second day. But by the 3rd day, nobody's going to care, and you're going to learn. So he went back to school. And the 2nd day, a couple of kids made fun of him. But the third day, nobody cared. He was just one of the classmates, and he learned his alphabet. He learned how to read. And then he eventually became one of the greatest rabbis, the greatest teachers in all of the Jewish people, Rabbi Akiva. He ended up having 24,000 students. That's a lot of students because he was so wise, all because he was willing to take the time to learn, and he didn't let anyone discourage him. So I want you guys to be as brave as Rabbi Akiva. If anyone says you can't learn it, say, no way. I can learn it as long as I keep trying. Even if my head feels as hard as a stone, I'm going to keep letting that knowledge just keep dripping in there till I learn what I need to learn. Shabbat shalom. All right, we're going to continue now with Kiddush. We're going to invite up Lila and Noah to help lead us in Kiddush. Don't go anywhere because you guys are going to lead us in Aleinu in just 1 minute. Please rise if you can for Kiddush. We're on page 55.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam.
Ha'arei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam.
Asher kiddushanu v'tzavanu v'shabbat kadosho
Be'ahavat ratzon hinilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom tehillah lemikra'ei kodesh zeher l'tziat
Mitzrayim kivanu aharta
ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat be'ahavat ratzon hinatanu baruch atah Adonai v'kadosh Shabbat.
Don't go anywhere. Aleinu, please remain standing. Kita Beck and the students come on up here. Help lead us in Aleinu. We're on page 56. This way.
Lato Kakatu
Edorato Beatatayo Beasiota
Elevabeha ki
Elohim Bam 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 Shamayim Mima Le'al haaretz
haaretz mitahat ein od ein od.
Turn around now.
כתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Adaya Adonai, Melech HaKol Haaretz, Ayom Bahu, Ayom Bahu, Adonai Echad, U'Shemot, 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 Echad, U'Shemot, Echad.
It's always a little fun organized chaos with the kids. You can be seated. In love, remember those who no longer walk this earth. We're grateful to God for the gift of their lives, for the joys we shared, and for the cherished memories that never fade. This week will mark the yahrzeits of Walter Bass, Sidney Beck, Libby Berman, Ed Brody, Celia Cook, Edwin Datzker, Rachel David, Florence Friedman, Rose Graber, Max Green, Lenore Gross, Bertram Harris, Earl Huffman, Morris Kaplar, Sarah Katz, Eric Kupfer, Eleanor Lensman, Morris Mendel, Edna Marks, Fred Nathanson, Sophie Novick, Samuel Perrin, Pauline Pine, Sylvia Payan, Rebecca Polico, Martin Reises, June Reises-Burkowski, Hyman Rothbard, Myron Schlesinger, Jacob Schmidt, Mark Schwartz, Harry Staminski, Stanley Stifter, Morris Strasberg, Lillian Strasberg, Louis Tepper, Robin Troop, Isaac Volkman, Deborah Warren, Rose Weiner, David Weinstein, Dorothy Weintraub, Willie Wolf, and Leila Yadkovic. And this week, one of the last two remaining bodies of the hostages of the Thai national Sittisak Talak was returned to Israel and then repatriated to Thailand for burial. And we're still waiting for one more. Are there any other yahrzeits being observed that I missed? I invite those in mourning and those observing yahrzeit, those just from home in mourning or observing yahrzeit, to please rise if you're able and join with me in sanctifying God's name with the words of the Mourner's Kaddish on page 58. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra kirutei v'amlich malchutei, b'chai echon v'yom echon, b'chai d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen, yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach la'alam ulmei ulmaya, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו Amen. You can be seated. First of all, Mazal Tov and Yasher Koach to Laila on her bat mitzvah and helping to lead us so beautifully in services tonight. And Yasher Koach, and thank you, of course, to the Chazan for leading us as well. And welcome back, and feeling a lot of beard envy of the Chazan's beautiful tresses that are coming in very nicely. Also, Yasher Koach, and thank you to our Kita Bet Gimel Julie, their teacher, and to Julia Levine, our religious school director. It's great to have our religious school class Shabbats back in session. Thank you to the sisterhood for preparing and serving our Oneg tonight, and for the Bonds for helping to sponsor it in honor of Lila's Bat Mitzvah. A couple of upcoming events. Tomorrow morning, Bat Mitzvah, the main show, 9 a.m. We'll be back here, and Lila's going to be doing even more, reading Torah, Haftarah, teaching us, leading more services. It's going to be wonderful. In the evening, we have our first adult ed presentation of the year, a one-woman show, Emma Lazarus, the woman behind the new Colossus. Who knows that poem? Who knows where it is? On the base of the Statue of Liberty. That's right. There's a lot more to this amazing woman. Come, it's a free show. It's at 7 o'clock here at the temple. Monday is our Sisterhood Hanukkah party. You have to RSVP, but it's at 6:30. My confirmation class, the last one before winter break, is on Tuesday, December 9th. We're doing the class that so many people have asked for, and it's finally here. Why do bad things happen? To good people, bad people, everybody wants to know, why do those things happen? What does Jewish tradition have to say about that? So it's Tuesday night at 7:30. A week from Tuesday is our Hanukkah party. That's Tuesday the 16th. We're going to have lights, latke, and luck. We're going to have a bunch of casino games, high-stake dreidel, a sufganiya, slot machine, and a lot of fun things going on. Please make sure you RSVP for that. And then 2 weeks from tonight is our Hanukkah is Hanukkah service. We start at 5 o'clock with a Tat Shabbat. 6 o'clock is our brisket and latke dinner. 7:30 is our main service. Lots of good things happening. So don't miss any of that. And if you want to take a walk with me around Lake Balboa, you can do that too on Sunday the 14th at 10 a.m. I totally forgot that I signed up to do that. So we're going to do that. No experience required, as long as you can put your left foot after your right foot. All right, did I miss anything? I hope not. All right, we're going to conclude with O Javo Shalom Aleinu, may peace soon come to us, to all of us. If you want, you can stand. If you want, you can put your arm around someone. I've been missing the chazan. I've been standing here swaying by myself. And now I get to sway in unison.
O Javo Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam.
O Javo Shalom
Bum 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 bum. Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. O Javo Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kulam. O Javo Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kulam.
Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam
Shalom. Salam
Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. And Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And Mazel Tov. And see you tomorrow.
No, I got hit in the head. It's like it's Krav Maga. It's the whole freaking. I'm not gonna do it. These guys they're too intense. They're too young. I mean, you're sparring and like it's Krav Maga, jiu-jitsu. So they're teaching you how balance and weights, and just in case somebody comes at you. So they have this exercise where you're supposed to like try to touch the other person's shoulder. So look, man, look, he goes to touch my shoulder. Boom, right here.
With a padded hand?
No, just his fist. I mean, it was an accident.
I understand, but
And then,
still, that
and then I'm sparring with the guy to spar with the teacher, rolling on the ground, and he taught us how to like get out of these moves, like if someone's on top of you, how do you get out? Put your elbow in. These jiu-jitsu moves. I'm like, I just learned this shit. What are you trying to? It's like, sorry, just learn this stuff. Oh, the live stream's off. So, and I just learned. I'm like, this is crazy. And he's like, I mean, I had to do there 2 instructors, so we each had to do once. 2 minutes. I was exhausted. And he
That's when you wonder, like, these guys, why can't we only do 3 5-minute rounds?
It was exhausting. And he said, it's not, it's okay if you tap out. You just tap. If it gets me this fucking headlock around my neck, I couldn't breathe. My hands up here.
And you can't even
I
tap.
can't even tap out. Like,
With your foot, you tap.
it was the really stupidest thing in the world. And I'm like, I'm the oldest guy there. They're all like in their 40s. I think they're all in their like latest. Like,
You're very brave.
was. I have to say, I definitely feel like, okay, now I know what to do. You know, if somebody comes in,
up to you.
well, like if I keep thinking about that time when we had those Israelis come in, and I would know exactly what to do now. 100% would know what to do. Would have de-escalated it in 2 seconds. Would have had him go. It would have been fine, you know. But
Next week.
it was, anyway.